Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I wanted to speak to you for a few minutes before we look at this current journal, The Naturalist. I love it so much. I wanted to ask you all if you've heard of something called Grabie or Gravy, Grabie. They've reached out to me a couple of times and I haven't responded. I feel bad about not responding, but sometimes you get, offers for collaborations and such that it doesn't fit with your channel. But this seems to be some sort of scrapbook thing, maybe boxes, or I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if they're just sending out products for review, but let me know if you've heard of Grabie and what you think about it. Okay, the first thing that I want to show you is a little tiny stack of paper that I made last night. I'm very excited about this. I need a larger screen. I have two screens that are fairly large, but I need to do something with the screen, the actual wire part, because I think it needs to be a little bit smaller. But it's a beautiful frame. It's a wonderfully made frame. But look at this. So where's the one? Look how thin and delicate this is. I've got natural flower petals out here. I love to dry flowers. I know a lady who would come into the scrap exchange and donate flowers after they had been culled from somewhere she had, an association with, whether it was the floral stand at Whole Foods or a florist. I'm just not sure. But there is yet another thrift store in Durham who has a lady there. I don't know if it's the same lady, it could be, who brings flowers in a bucket and leaves them. And today when I went by there, they had all of these beautiful flowers and I asked about them. I didn't take all of them. I left over half of the bucket because I don't want to be that person. And I did ask inside. He said, take all you want. I mean, they were cooking in the sun and yet they are so beautiful. At the end of this video, I will strip the leaves and get them ready for hanging out here. You've seen that I do have an area where I hang flowers. So this paper just turned out beautifully thin. I do have a press where I can press it to dry. I didn't do that with this one, and it's just remarkable how perfectly smooth it is on the back, and yet it's textured on the front. Let's see, we have this. So this is the thinnest piece. This would probably, these two are about the same, and these would be the next as far as the thickness. These are a little bit thicker, and I just love all of this beautiful color. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with these particular pieces, although they may end up in the Naturalist journal that I'm working on right now. And I'm sure you remember that. I've done a couple more things, including I have this bee in some resin, and it really did gather some bubbles. I'm not happy about that part, but maybe I will get better as I keep working with that. It's still a cool piece to have in the journal. And then I did put this in. I put in some beautiful trim that I made from the blanket binding. Jay, I know you're proud of me. Blanket binding. And let's see, that's probably all I've done, although I did go ahead and attach that, and I love that. Oh, and this little pin, sort of like a geode or maybe petrified wood or something. It has that look. I mean, it looks like a geode, but I don't think it really is. I don't know if it's resin. I don't know what it is, but it looks like something a naturalist would pick up and hold on to. Anyway, the point is these papers would fit in so nicely with that journal. And I just wanted to show you how they turned out. So we've got this very thin one, these two that are a tiny bit thicker. This one is thicker even yet. And then this is the thickest one of all. And you can see that I was using lighter flower petals and then added in some of this. They faded with that beautiful purple color. And then this last one has more of the pinky sort of colors. And you know how this kind of paper is. These can end up falling off if they're not completely embedded in the fibers. I did want to show you that though, and I am thrilled beyond words to have space in this studio to work like I need to work and like I want to work. So it's already paying off that I really cleaned out and organized my stations in here. And if you will remember, I have the paper making station where I also do paper dyeing. I have my paper cutting and fabric cutting station. I have my sewing station, which has the sewing machine and fabric. And then I have my art desk station where I'm surrounded by my art supplies and I can work on this desk. It has been absolutely perfect to do it that way, and I'm loving the results. So I may not talk anymore after this. I'm just going to take the leaves off of these. Let's put this paper to the side, and then I will do, as is my custom with drying flowers, and just sort of band these up and hang them somewhere. These stems will dry out and get thinner. You can tell that the stems are still green and the tops are pretty much dry, and it was from sitting outside in the sun in a bucket that had water in it. So these stems were still a little bit wet. They had some moisture, and yet the tops were just, you know, pretty much baked. So let's go ahead and tie a little loop for these to hang up. I believe these are peonies. That's what they looked like to me. And then I'm not sure about these. The little buds, they look like roses, but there aren't any leaves, so it's kind of hard for me to tell. And then the dark ones, of course, are roses. And I'm going to go ahead and hang those up just so they can finish drying. And since they've bent over the way they have, I'm not sure they'll straighten out. We will see. If they don't, I will just harvest the petals off of that. And, you know, maybe just to make it easy, I wonder if I could put this group together. I know it would be pretty, that's for sure. Yeah, let's just do that. And once again, let's wrap this heavy cord around. This is this Crafter's Square Natural Jute cord from the Dollar Tree. And I just love the look of dried flowers hanging up. It's so pretty. So let's tie this one. Trying to tie it without letting go of the tension that I have on the string. Let's get it at least, get the knot started, and then I can maybe, here we go. It's amazing what you learn to do, like even binding journals, how you learn to hold your fingers and press down on, you know, partial knots and do it so that you don't lose any tension. I don't know, some of you, there may be some young people on here. I think I do have some younger subscribers. I know the median age for my channel is probably 40s, late 40s to 60s. Maybe even 50s to 60s. That's the median age. I have people who are older and I have people who are younger. But do you all remember, I don't even remember the name of it. Was it Rhoda? And Valerie Harper was on that, and she had her younger sister. And I think there was an episode where Valerie was getting married, and I don't know, maybe I've got it all mixed up, but her younger sister was going to zip her dress up for her. I think that's what it was. And she made the comment like, how did you do this when you were alone or something like that? She said your arms are longer when you're single. But I'm thinking maybe your fingers are more nimble when you're used to tying knots to bind journals. If anybody remembers that, please chime in and let me know. So we've got these two beautiful bunches. You never know what you're going to find if you just go out with an open mind. My little saying that I love about how I like to live and just creating my journals is just seeing what the universe gives to me or what the universe has for me. And today it presented these beautiful flowers. I also feel like if you clean out or if you make a change, if you open a door, the things that are in your energy when you open that door, they will show up. So you open the door and things will come in. And I feel like that's what these flowers are today. I'm going to hang these up, and I've got some other things to share. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate having you here, all of you, and I will be back really soon. Bye for now.